Right now, there's a good chance you're paying full price for something you may not actually have to pay for anymore. Property taxes, medical costs, banking fees, even certain income tax bills. Many Canadian seniors are handing over money every single month simply because nobody ever told them these exemptions and relief programs exist. And today, we're going to fix that. Welcome back to Frank Canada Today. If you're a senior in Canada, or you're helping a parent or grandparent manage their finances, this is exactly the kind of video you need to watch to the end, because we're breaking down 5 bills that many Canadian seniors may not have to pay in full or at all in 2026. And the honest truth is, most people simply don't know these programs exist. Let's get into it. Let's start with property taxes, because this is the one that surprises people the most. If you're a homeowner and you're 65 or older, several provinces across Canada offer property tax deferral or reduction programs specifically for seniors. In British Columbia, for example, there's a low-income grant supplement that reduces how much eligible seniors pay toward property taxes, particularly for those with a lower adjusted net income. Other provinces run similar deferral programs, where the government essentially allows qualifying seniors to postpone paying property tax until the home is sold or transferred, rather than paying that bill every single year out of pocket. The key thing to understand here is that these programs are almost never automatic. You have to apply through your provincial or municipal government, and the eligibility rules, including income thresholds and home value limits, vary depending on where you live. So if you've never looked into this, it is genuinely worth 10 minutes of your time to check your province's website. Next, let's talk about income tax, because there's a specific credit built directly for seniors that a surprising number of people forget to claim.
It's called the age amount tax credit, and if your net income falls below a certain threshold, you can claim it on your tax return simply for being above a certain age. There's no complicated paperwork proving hardship or special circumstances. The only requirement is your age and your income level. On top of that, if you or your spouse are managing a disability, the disability tax credit can meaningfully reduce the tax bill you'd otherwise be paying. And in Quebec specifically, seniors aged 70 and over may qualify for the senior assistance tax credit, which can be worth thousands of dollars depending on your household situation. These aren't loopholes. They're built into the tax system on purpose, but the Canada Revenue Agency isn't exactly going out of its way to remind you they exist. Third on our list is medical and prescription costs. Depending on which province you live in, turning 65 often opens the door to provincial drug coverage plans that significantly reduce or eliminate what you pay out of pocket for prescription medications, something younger Canadians without private insurance are often stuck paying full price for. Beyond that, if you have significant medical expenses in a given year, whether that's prescriptions, dental work, mobility equipment, or specialist visits not covered by your provincial health plan, those expenses can often be claimed for a tax credit as well. A lot of seniors keep paying these costs without realizing that keeping their receipts and claiming them at tax time could put real money back in their pocket. Fourth, let's talk about something a lot of people don't associate with seniors at all: banking fees. Most of the major banks in Canada offer no-fee or reduced-fee bank accounts specifically for seniors once you hit a certain age, usually somewhere around 65. That means no more monthly account maintenance charges, and in many cases, free checks and reduced fees on other everyday banking services. The catch is that banks
Rarely convert your account automatically. You often have to call them directly or visit a branch and specifically ask to be switched into the senior account tier. Otherwise, you could be sitting there paying standard account fees for years without ever needing to. And fifth, this one ties back to your government benefits directly. If you're receiving the Guaranteed Income Supplement, there are exemption thresholds that allow you to earn a certain amount of employment or self-employment income without it reducing your GIS payments. In other words, if you're a senior who's picked up part-time work or a bit of freelance income to supplement your retirement, you may be able to earn more than you think without it clawing back the support you're already receiving. On top of that, if your income is above a certain threshold, you could be subject to what's called the OAS recovery tax, sometimes referred to as clawback, where a portion of your old age security gets paid back to the government. Strategies like income splitting with a spouse can sometimes help reduce how much of that clawback actually applies to you, meaning less of your OAS ends up going right back out the door. Now, here's the important caveat with everything we just covered. None of these 5 programs work the same way in every province, and eligibility genuinely depends on your income, your age, your province of residence, and sometimes your specific health or disability situation. What applies to a senior in British Columbia might look completely different from what applies to a senior in Ontario or Quebec. So the real action step here isn't just nodding along and moving on with your day. It's actually checking your provincial and federal eligibility for each of these 5 areas, because the money sitting on the table only helps you if you actually go and claim it. If this video helped clear things up, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, because we cover exactly this kind of practical, real money in your pocket content for Canadian seniors every single week. Drop a comment and let me know which one of these 5 surprised you the most, or if there's a program in your own province you think other seniors should know about. I read through every comment, so let's get a real conversation going down there. Thanks so much for watching, take care of yourself, and I'll catch you in the next one.